Hey guys, so I know we're all in quarantine right now, or at least a good part of us, and I'm bored, and I know you guys are too, and I like to cook, yes, as a lot of you guys know, and Bianca likes to cook, right? Right, babe?
No.
No, and she doesn't like to cook, so I decided I was gonna make a video or some type of content for you guys. I'm making some southern fried chicken. Southern fried chicken? I've never made fried chicken in my life. Not like this. I'm making the old Dominican way, sin harina, with nothing. Tú lo pones a freír. Yeah, that's it. You put it to fry. Fuck it. But this time, I did it the whole buttermilk and seasoned it in the fridge for a whole 24 hours with a whole bunch of crap. So, let's see how this goes. Alright guys, so I used a few ingredients here. This is obviously the finished product here, but I used, actually I forgot to put eggs in it. I was supposed to put eggs, so I'm gonna add these later because I figured out that you don't necessarily have to marinate with the eggs. So in here we have buttermilk and a whole bunch of seasonings. So garlic powder, onion powder, salt, white pepper, which I didn't know existed until yesterday, so I had to go out and buy it. And it's supposed to have cayenne pepper, but Bianca doesn't like to eat anything spicy, so I just use a little sazon Goya. So, you know, un chin de colorcito, tú sabes, mi gente. So, I seasoned it all up, and I threw it inside this container with chicken thighs. So, you can also use chicken breasts, but thighs are so much more juicier and better for it. So I put them up in this tin. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for just about 24 hours, right, babe?
Probably a little less than 24.
Probably a little less.
But it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be only for 4 hours or overnight. So this has been marinating for a long time. So when I mixed the buttermilk and all the seasonings, I went and I tasted it first, because obviously you don't want it to be too salty or too bland or whatever. Before you put your chicken in, obviously when you put your chicken in, make sure you wash your chicken first, and make sure you take off all the extra fat and all that stuff, because you don't, fried chicken is good with the crispy skin, but obviously. So this is all that I did last night. So now I have to show you guys the dry seasonings that I'm gonna use. Alright guys, so the next step would be the dry seasonings, which is almost the same thing as your wet mixture, except that you're not gonna put buttermilk in here. So you're gonna use the same stuff: white pepper, salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. So it depends how much you put in your dry mix. You have to use the same amount in your dry mix. I think I said the same thing twice, but you guys get what I mean. This one's wet, this one's dry. So you put, oh, one last thing that I'm missing here. This is very important. This is cornstarch, or maicena, for those of you who don't know what that is. This gives the coating like extra crispiness. So this is absolutely essential, or if not, your batter will just fall off and it'll be all nasty and crunchy and hard. Blech. So I had to go on a mission for this flour, because obviously everyone's going crazy to buy all types of foods, and I don't know why flour is so important, but I couldn't find regular flour nowhere, just wheat or other weird stuff. So I have my container here, so I'm gonna do 2 cups of regular flour. I'll make sure I don't make a mess so Bianca doesn't kick my butt, even though she's not the one that's gonna be doing dishes.
Oh, but so this is on camera. So now you definitely have to do dishes, because you now said it on camera. So
you know what?
What?
Nothing. I was gonna give you the night off, but now I'm rethinking it.
The night off? Okay, boss.
You know. So now, I'm Dominican. I don't measure things. Yo no uso esa vaina de que cup y nada de eso. So yo lo voy a echar a lo loco, así como yo se lo eché al wet mix y ya. Y si me salió salado, que se joda. Así y ya. De onion powder, porque tú sabes, onion powder no tiene sal ni nada de eso. Uno no se va a morir de eso.
That has a thing.
I know, but this is better like this. So garlic powder, about the same, just like that. Tú sabes, un chin, tú sabes, mi gente. Un chin nomás. White pepper, you gotta be careful because this is spicy, apparently. So I gotta be careful with this because Bianca don't like spicy.
It's not that I don't like it.
It gives her heartburn.
That's it.
No ve, me tienen controlado mi vida aquí, ya está cocinando. And you gotta be careful with the salt. I put the salt shaker because it looks better that way, but I'm gonna use the container salt over here. And
it also depends on the salt they use.
Yeah.
The salt is not that strong. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it's not like salt.
It's not like kosher salt. Kosher salt makes everything salty. Like if you even put a little bit.
No.
Not that Red Cross salt that. Sheesh. And then last but not least, la maicena.
Okay, do you know how much is?
Yes. Now this one you gotta be careful with because you don't want your shit to be extra crispy. You know. Now.
You should have just.
Estoy haciendo un reguero aquí. A mí después de este video me van a mentar la madre. Pero, ¿tú sabes qué? It don't matter because when she's here eating her fried chicken, she's not gonna be talking. She's gonna be smushing it up. Alright, so I think that's good. I'm here making a mess. So now you know you got your seasonings in there. Let me grab a clean fork. Let's mix this all together. Now, if you want this spicy, you would add cayenne pepper, or you can just add Tabasco or whatever hot sauce you want in the wet mix. So that works well too. Alright guys, so I have my setup here to coat my chicken and fry my chicken. So I used a whole crap load of oil, you know, it was like half a gallon.
Se pasó con el aceite.
There was mad
básicamente.
oil. Bueno, si tú quieres fried chicken, que necesita aceite, ¿qué tú quieres? Yeah.
Shut up.
So, the way you test your oil is when you put the oil in, you leave it for like 10 minutes because obviously it needs to get hot. You can't just put in cold oil with your chicken. It's just gonna come out nasty. So you take something wooden, like a little chopstick or something. In this case, I have skewers for when I do barbecues in the summer, which I haven't done in forever. They've been in my pantry for mad long. So you take the tip of it, and you put it in the bottom of the pan, and as soon as it starts bubbling up, like it's doing right now, you guys can't see it because you guys are far away, but it's bubbling. That means your chicken.
You can show.
They're not gonna see those bubbles. They man small. It's basically frying the stick. All right, so that's done. So now we're gonna get to the magical part. So usually you can double coat your chicken. So you're gonna take it out the wet mix and the dry mix, and then you can do it again, wet mix and dry mix. But I don't have a lot of space, and I don't have a lot of time or effort to do none of that. So I'm just gonna coat it once and put it to fry because I'm hungry, and Bianca's crying that she's hungry too. So
why you gotta play me like that?
well, I'm not playing nothing. I'm just telling you how it is. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking and just do it. You know, so alright. I'm gonna take mi pollo ahí. Una vaina sexy, tú estás viendo. Y puáquete. And make sure you coat your chicken correctly. Okay, ahí. Make sure you get all the corners and everything, because that's important, you know? You want your chicken to be coated as good as possible.
I think maybe you should do it twice.
No, we good. We good, son. Alright. Make sure you shake off your chicken. Make sure you don't leave any like lumps and stuff on it. So, this looks nice. Alright. And you'll dip your chicken in the oil. And there you go. Y yo tengo la mano toda embarrada de esta vaina, pero ¿qué más se va a hacer? Imagínate. Ahora tú vas a coger otro pedazo de pollo ahí. Y vamos a repetir el proceso. Repetir. Yo no soy illiterate, tú sabes, yo sé hablar español. So, de nuevo el proceso, de nuevo, diablo, me estoy quemando. Make sure your stuff is well dipped in your stuff. ¿Sabes? Se vaya a caer esa vaina ahí. Y de nuevo. Guáquete. Y ahora yo tengo lady fingers en mi mano. So, yo voy a pasar el video y después cuando ya yo tenga todo hecho, yo le voy a enseñar a ustedes cómo es que está. Alright guys, so this is our finished product. After cooking for like 5 or 6 minutes on each side, they're nice and crispy, and you can hear the crunchiness on these bad boys. Alright, so important tip when you're frying this chicken is that even though you might see it a color in the oil, it's gonna end up being one shade darker after you pull it out. So if you see that it's like a little golden brown, don't let it sit too long in the oil, because then it'll turn dark and then it's gonna be nasty when you crunch into it, because it'll feel like it's burnt. So a little bit lighter when you pull it out, and after you pull it out, it comes out nice and crispy and looks very nice. So we're gonna be eating this with some sweet potato fries that I'm not gonna fry in oil. We have an amazing air fryer. I'm putting them in there. I know it's kind of stupid to make fried chicken and then have something healthy, but if we make both in the oil, then, you know, we're just doubling it up for ourselves. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you guys, you know, stay safe with this quarantine and continue to be awesome. Thanks, guys.